According to officials, two-lane highways see the most accidents, and those highways are what have become the most dangerous for drivers here in the Panhandle. Tonight, we're talking about how the behavior of drivers can change that danger and what is one of the biggest problems for drivers right now.
Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Oh my gosh.
You get more than you bargained for. That's exactly what happens on this road. Exactly.
This is an example of how quickly a mistake can become a crash on one of the Panhandle's most dangerous highways. The Panhandle's most perilous roads are said to be 136 between Amarillo and Borger, 287 west of Dumas, US 83 between Perryton and Canadian, and 1061 between Amarillo and Boys Ranch Road. TxDOT Representative Paul Ron says after every crash, TxDOT tries to examine highways and find a way to improve the safety.
Every time we have a fatal crash here in the Panhandle, we have a safety review team take a look at that to see if there's anything that can be done to improve that stretch of highway to make it even safer.
There are obvious dangers on these roads, including small to no shoulder in places and the roads being narrow themselves. Highway Trooper Chris Ray says that the danger on these highways like 1061 began when it was built for much less traffic than it is seeing today.
When it was originally built, it didn't carry very much traffic. And when the community expands or the areas around expand and it takes more traffic, well, it takes more money to expand it.
Last year, there was 81 fatal crashes in the Amarillo district. TxDOT says they can work to improve these highways, but at some point, drivers must take responsibility for themselves.
Distracted driving, speeding, passing in no passing zones.
Over this hill, you can pass?
See, and that's what I was talking about, your visibility. It may meet the minimum standards for allowing you to pass, but if you can't see, you know, and then if your passing maneuver is going to end up in a no passing zone, you shouldn't have been passing.
Distracted driving is one of the main issues behind these crashes.
We're texting, we're talking, we're driving, we're reading. You know, I've even seen people putting makeup on as they drive.
Statewide, around 40% of crashes involve a distracted driver. That kind of statistic inspired TxDOT's Talk Text Crash campaign this past month, one of its many campaigns reminding drivers of the dangers of the road.
They need to know why they need to be paying attention to driving. And sometimes we have to tell them, you know, this many people died, these many crashes occurred. You know, whatever it is, it's going to bring that awareness to the forefront for them.
Ultimately, they say it takes preparedness and awareness to drive safely on these long stretches of Panhandle Highway. Suggestions from experts for driving on these two-lane highways are preparing ahead of time by getting gas in advance and making sure that you are completely awake for the entire drive. They say it is easy to be distracted on those long stretches of highway, but with a low margin for error, a small distraction can lead to a large consequence. Driving safer will make those highways safer.